Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, October 23rd, 2025. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. So what do we have here? Overnight data, almost nothing really important here. During the London session we got the Swiss National Bank monetary policy assessment at 9:25. Then we have the unemployment rate data from Poland at 10 o'clock. CBI industrial trades orders are scheduled for release at noon. And then at 1 o'clock we got 1 week repo rate, borrowing rate and lending rate data scheduled for release from Turkey. We enter the US session. We got data from Canada, core retail sales and the retail sales scheduled for release at 2:30. At the same time we got the major event of the day. Initial jobless claims from the US. ECB line will give a speech at 3:30. At 4 o'clock we got existing home sales data from the US. And at the 4 p.m. we got the FOMC member Bowman to give a speech, and later on at 10:30 Fed's balance sheet will be released. So today's calendar is showing us that the US session is the one that we should pay attention to. Two very important data releases, existing home sales and initial jobless claims. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We'll start with euro dollar. 4-hour time frame chart of the euro dollar is highly technical. We got our local high at the level of 1.1729. Big pin bar was made at the 4-hour time frame chart, and then we broke below the 100 periods moving average. We broke below the support, now resistance 1.1643, and we hit the trend line support. There is initial reaction to the upside. However, as you can see, the market is in a volumeless free fall right now on intraday on intraday charts, and we are waiting for this market to basically broke below this trend line, because it looks like this the bears wants to test the double bottom level located at 1.1545. so momentum is basically in line with our scenario. Weak negative momentum, 38 points right now. So there is still room to the downside here. Before we will hit the extremely oversold conditions, there is still room to the downside here, and it looks like the market will be under the pressure, so lower levels are expected. British pound is a little bit different situation here, because right now we just went back down towards the level of 1.3304. A shallow bounce from this level, another pressure lower, so there is still some sort of the pressure on the cable. We are trading below 100 periods moving average. We got our local high at 1.3470. Negative momentum supports our bearish outlook, and the target is the low of the wave Y, located at 1.3248. So it looks like this market might be moving lower as well. Only a sustained breakout above this level here might be considered, to be honest, might be considered bullish. 1.3390, right? So that means breakout above 100 periods moving average, 1.3398, is needed for a rally towards the blue arrow level located at 1.3524. US dollar versus the Japanese yen, still moving higher after the breakout above the blue trend line. This market keeps moving higher slowly but surely towards the swing high at 153.28. A little bit of the room to the upside here on the RSI indicator, a little bit of the room to the upside here as well. Please notice that the gap is still not filled, so the situation here is rather in favor of the bulls. And let's just take a look if this is only that market or the whole US dollar index is moving higher. It looks like that this US dollar index is apparently moving higher. From the range low towards this trend line here, right, we got something like this. Basically, we got something like this. This trend line, let me make it black. You got the black trend line breakout, and now the market is trying to at least test this trend line or break back above it. Local high is located at 99.53, so this is the technical resistance, and that's the target for the bulls. A local support is obviously located here, low from the October 17th 2025. This is 98 points. So right now the market is moving higher with this kind of a momentum, 60 points, strong positive momentum. There is a high chance that this market will hit the extremely overbought conditions and even test the trend line. Let me just move it a little bit, test the trend line or even break above it. We are already trading above 100 periods moving average, so dollar is getting stronger across the board, which is why the gold is still under the pressure, right? After we broke out of this previous correction range, right, we made like a kind of a double top. Let me just place this, where are my arrows? There you go. Looks like a kind of a double top for me, but only on the 4-hour time frame chart, obviously, not on a weekly, not on a daily. So it might be useful in the short term, for the short term traders, right? So we got this kind of a possible double top. Why not? All-time high and so on. Breakout below this level here, 4,191. Now this one is the resistance. We made a low at 4,000, well, a round number. Let me place the horizontal line for the level of 4,000. So it's roughly around here. It doesn't matter if this is $1 up or down this time. So we got this black thick line, which is basically $4,000, and you can see that the bulls are still fighting to keep this $4,000 level, and they don't want to move lower, right? Nevertheless, momentum remains negative. So for the first time in, look at this. That was a breakout into the negative territory, but quickly was retraced higher. So the first time since, well, this is the nice dip, right? So that's the last one, and this is the August 19th 2025, right? So it's been August, September and October, over 2 months. First time over 2 months we are really into the bearish territory on the RSI, went towards the level of 32, right? So that's an important thing. Minus almost 9% correction. It's quite typical after so rapid and dynamic movement to the upside. So no surprise here. What the markets will do now, this is the question right now, and it looks like the market might want to push it lower and continue the correction. We got our levels here, and we will be looking at them. We'll be keeping an eye on them. This one is not relevant because market doesn't react on this. More important is to keep the $4,000 level, to defend the $4,000 level. Once the $4,000 level is done, the correction might get ugly. So please keep an eye on this situation on gold. And what's the Bitcoin is doing? Not much. Again, some fake movement to the upside. 114,067 was the high, but we are still below the 100 periods moving average. We are obviously below our supply zone as well. We are far away from this, and as you can see, the volatility is not that big, except the last movement to the upside, and the market keeps moving up and down, no big deal whatsoever. Right now on the Bitcoin, as I said, when we go very fast down, like from the all-time high down towards this level here, 102,000, so it's over 10% correction, then the market obviously will bounce and then will start to move sideways, right? Because this movement to the downside was so quick, so aggressive, whatever the reason was, that right now the market participants want, you know, a little bit of a calmness, right? So the volatility is in range, or even a little bit subdued. Nevertheless, there is no attempt to move drastically, dramatically, aggressively lower below this low, right? The market participants prefer to move sideways these days. And last but not least, let's take a look at the SP 500. There are some kind of important levels here. This is 6,543. This is 6,551, and this is 6,530, right? So kind of a strong base movement to the upside. Look at this range. We almost hit the 6,767. This is the technical resistance, and right now there is no breakout to the upside. However, dips are being bought and defended, right, by the bulls. Momentum is negative. Sorry, it's neutral, 51 points. So momentum is neutral. We are below the all-time high. Something is cooking, but it looks like the partial distribution is taking place right now on the S&P 500. Let me just go back to this. Yes, partial distribution is taking place, and the market might go sideways for quite some time right now. Obviously, in the background, the long term is up. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye-bye.